wish I was back there with the things I've been knowing. When that makes the tall grass bend into leaning, and suddenly raindrops that fall, they have a meaning, sprinkling the sea makes it all so clean. And maybe there's a chance for me to go back now that I have some direction, and it sure would be nice to be back home where there's love and affection, and just maybe I can convince time to slow up, giving me enough time in my life to grow up. Time, please stay, my friend, and let me start again. Spun around and around in space, yet I've watched it growing. Oh, I know you're listening, Lord, so won't you please try not to make it hard to know I shouldn't believe everything that I see. Tell me, should I try and stay? Or maybe I should run away. Would it be better just to let things be? Living here in my brand new world, it might be a fantasy. Yes, yeah, it could be, but it taught me to love.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are live today. And how is everyone? Those of you who are 35 and older might recognize the unmistakable sound of the voice, otherwise known as Whitney Elizabeth Houston. That selection just happened to be her world debut. And funny enough, it's something I actually remember happening. The reason why I remember happening is because it happened in the summer of 1983 and I was laid up with chicken pox. Those of you who might be new to my live streams, I'm all about the beautiful singing voices. And I'm always going to choose pieces that highlight that. It's been, I don't know, almost 3 weeks or so since I went live. And, you know, day by day, managing. So, and I see people asking if they can bum a smoke or bum a lighter or something. I don't smoke cigarettes, folks. We'll get to the stream title in just a moment. But some of you may have noticed that I've done a little housekeeping around here. I've done a little rebranding. The name of the channel is now Lounging with Liz K. I have also made an email address, so anybody that isn't in Discord can get a hold of me if they like. You can reach me at loungingwithlizk@proton.me. So that is also linked on my About page. And of course, you know, Chicky made me this really awesome meme of Tobers at the White House. Just thought I'd make a few changes. Changes kind of highlight hold up. Hey, well, Binks, if you want me to show it, send me the picture so I can download it real quick. I don't have it easy at hand. But it's just kind of a lazy Sunday afternoon at my house. Kind of, you know, kicked back. No makeup, sloppy clothes, that kind of day. I've had some people, you know, ask me about some stuff. One of the things that I have been asked about is, you stopped, Liz. You're not making any more community posts to him. You're not covering him anymore. That's a very good observation. And I'm going to preface this with I'm pretty much retired from covering Rebel. You can refer to me as the emeritus leader of the Defund Connie movement. And for those of you in Sharon, the word emeritus means retired. But he's not. I realized that in my own way, I'd been as guilty of anybody else as of wanting to try and do something for him. In the beginning, it really wasn't just about being a sadist. And I'm not a sadist by nature, which is one of the reasons why I stopped. He's not going to change. He warned us all. To his credit, he told us that he wasn't going to learn any lessons that we were trying to teach him. And he hasn't. But we did stop the thing we can control. And that's people blindly walking into his trap. Anybody that goes there now, they know they've been warned. It's their stupidity if they proceed. One of my reasons for choosing the opening music was to illustrate how good intentions can become just totally skewed. And in the beginning, that was my intention with Rebel. But trying to help him, trying to change him was only changing me in the long run. Because he's not likable. And he will piss you off so much because he is a feral, wild fucking animal that inevitably bites each hand extended to him. He doesn't want to change, doesn't want to grow, doesn't want to evolve and improve, doesn't want to look at his own faults. And I can't, I don't see the point of banging my head against that brick wall. There's other people that are still willing to do that, to troll him, to follow him, to pop up wherever he is and say, hey, this guy is a loser. But it's not something I'm going to preoccupy myself with anymore. I warned y'all last fall that the day would come that I'd be done and I'd flip it off like a switch. Plus, he's just become so pathetic. All he does is obsess over people getting money. And me too. If I happen to see it, I'm going to warn him. But it's not something I'm going to spend my time trying to hunt down. There's plenty of people willing to do that. But, you know, people send me stuff. I still get stuff. I know about him coming online last month and talking to every time he came online. I haven't asked for help this month. He's been such a good boy. Yeah. Look. I just don't care. I got my own stuff to worry about. The whole money thing, it's such a touchy subject. There's a lot of, everybody gets all up in arms about it. For me, it's just, I've never said that nobody could get donations or he couldn't get donations or no one should get donations ever. It was just always about the relentless and bottomless expectations he had and the way he treated people when those expectations stopped being met. I don't see how he bears it, honestly. The constant asking. And the last time I went live, I did put my Cash App out. Because if people want to tip you, hey, great. That's awesome. But I'm not going to beat people over the head with it. I expect nothing. Um, so with all the changes that I've made in my life lately, or the changes that life has made for me, I've had to come to some decisions about what I'm going to do moving forward. And for me, that's going to involve, you know, I put my resume out. I'm looking for a new job. I have an interview on Thursday. I have another one that's being lined up as we speak. I'm playing email tag with them. And the reason is no one is going to do it for me. I have to figure it out on my own. I realized here a few weeks ago that, when I took the job that I have now 2 years ago, I'd been hired based on wages, based on the cost of living 2 years ago. I don't want to change what I'm doing. I want to do what I'm doing right now. I love what I do now. But my husband's passing changed everything. I have to think about, moving forward. And not all. I've been thinking about this all day. I've been thinking about my husband a lot. Hey.
I was coming in here to help you out. I was turning down the volume a little bit on the music.
Oh, thanks. He does have a cold heart. He really does. The reason I want a new job is because I need more money. Plus, I think I want some different things from what I do. I want to do what I'm doing at home rather than part in the office and part at home. I like routine. And it's all on me now. I don't have my husband's income to back me up anymore. And you just can't wait for opportunity to come knocking at your door. You got to go seek it out. Change doesn't come to you. You've got to find it. All I know is that over the last few months, I've been convinced everything happens for a reason. Even this. And I've got to make the most of what the future has to offer. I'm not dead yet. I'm not down yet. I'm going to greet people in the chat now. Hello, Indio. How are you today? Welcome to the chat. Control, Alt, Delete laws. Welcome. Can you bum a smoke? Let's just say that there was a reason why I put 4 packs of smokes in this title. I'll tell you that in just a moment. Hey, Hassel, how are you today? 0151, how are you? Beach, welcome to the chat. I'm glad people are liked my music selection. She was one of my favorites growing up. She really was. And it was so sad what happened to her. It illustrates that how much bad choices can ruin even the brightest of stars. Hey, Michelle. Haven't seen you around in a while. Big Brick, how are you? Richard Cheese. Hey, Liz. Bruh. Bruh to the bruh power, Leah. Hey, Banks. And let's see, who do I got in here now? For 20? Bruh. Hey, Fancy Adam. How are you? And let's see. Hey, Bubs. I'm doing all right. Managing day by day. And I did want to do that. What happened to Voodoo Queen Bedtime Clan was one of the reasons I started doing the live streams. It's one of the reasons I got as mad as I did. Because she wasn't the first. And she wouldn't have been the last. I'm trying. Hey, Ms. Joe, how are you? Hey, my 2 beagles. You know, I changed my career path at 41. I changed careers. I have to do this too. You know what? I haven't seen any of the documentaries. I haven't seen the movie on her either. She was just... Like I said, I'm all about the gorgeous voices, and hers was one of the most gorgeous that ever existed. There was literally nothing she couldn't do in her prime. You know, that's probably the worst part. It's never the actual loss itself, it's the living with it. I can't find anything that smells like him now. Sucks.
Liz, you're on a free version?
Today I am.
Okay. When you get a second, send me your email. I'm going to set you up on mine.
All right. Hey, El Sancho. Yes, we did a little housekeeping around here. Decided to rebrand the channel, call it Lounging with Liz K. Because we're just all about lounging now. Let's see if Bink sent me the presidential photo. The official presidential campaign photo. Hold up. All right. Now I can load this in here. Let's do this. Let's do. No. Okay, let's see. Now we got the official campaign photo. Let me go ahead and get El Sancho's comment out of the picture. These three are White House bound. We've got My Tobers with Chickie's cat Flick is the vice president, and Bink's cat Sadie is Sadie the first lady. She's even got pearls. See?
I need to send you a picture of my Siamese.
Meow, big Tober cat, meow. So, along with that, you know, I am looking into relocating as well. I've got to do something to lower my bills, and I've lowered everything I can lower. So I'm looking into that too. And most of the, you know, I have people that come to me all the time and ask me, how are things going? How is your situation? Have the finances straightened themselves out yet? And, you know, I've had multiple people ask me about this. They want to know what's going on. And this is what's going on. Hey, oppositional effect. Welcome, Joshua Lee. COVIDs. Okay. I don't think that's COVIDs, is it? I don't think it is. I think that's somebody making fun of COVIDs. Yeah. And unfortunately, I mean, it's just, I can't, you know, I got to live in the meantime. Anyway, so how is everybody's Sunday? My daughter took her family to the Ren Fair this weekend, and they had a good time. My granddaughter was dressed as a fairy princess. She's so cute. Anyway,
I just got home myself.
just got home. Yeah, you said you were working earlier. And the weather's real pretty today.
Yeah, it's not bad. I can't really complain. You know, it's not full on summer yet, so it's not overly hot.
Right.
Plus, I work on the water, so at times the water gets, when you're working on the water, it gets real muggy because that water is heating up and turning into water vapor, and just you feel like you're sweating. So kind of nice for the moment. For the moment, I'll take you that.
Yeah. I've been busy making doctor's appointments to make sure, I stay in good health. I mean, the only way I'm going to be able to keep working full time is to be healthy. So I got to keep up with that too. Last year, I wasn't that great about it, AC. You just get so busy with working and you get sucked up into it and you just don't take the time to take care of yourself.
Right.
I'm going to find this week, I'm going to make some calls. I'm going to find myself a new rheumatologist. Just keep your fingers crossed. So I also wanted to thank the people that donated to me during my last live stream. I was able to replace my tire with the donations that I got with a used tire. And so I wanted to thank everybody for that. That was an adventure. It was pouring down rain. I went to this shop called Latinos. The first shop I went to didn't have a used tire that was the right size for my car. And they said, oh, go down the street to Latinos. So for $40, I got a used tire for my car. It's funny what you can make do with.
Yeah, the cheap tire place here is called Manuelos. There's like a shop. I won't ever shop there again. I took my car there one time and I left my phone in the center console.
Oh, no.
And I forgot it. I left to go grab something to eat and I came back and I was looking for my phone and my phone I couldn't find it. I was like, man, I didn't leave it at the store. I didn't have it, or the restaurant I was at. Didn't have it then. I was like, man, where is it at? So I kept trying to call it and the phone ring, and I couldn't hear the fucking voice. And I was like, something not right, man. And after a couple of tries, I walked outside and came back inside and somebody turned off the phone. And this is back when Blackberries were around. So it tells you how long ago it was. But yeah, they stole my phone, which was the most retarded thing. It wasn't even worth that much. And just the simple fact that the company wouldn't help me out in any way, I was just like, fuck you guys. You'll never have my service again.
Yeah.
I rather go to Discount Tire and deal with all that hassle because those guys are busy all the time. But I rather wait in line, fucking Discount Tire, than have an opportunity for these guys to go and steal something else out of my fucking car. Sucks.
I got to that tire place and it's like, they told me to go to Latinos and it's like, which one? You're all Latinos. Yeah. But, I've been poor before where I had a flat tire and I replaced it with a new tire. I'm not too proud. You got to do what you got to do. I mean, there's no room for all the usual niceys when you're trying to survive. It's one of the reasons why I'm not spending money on my main vices. It's the other reason is, let's see. Here a couple of weeks ago, I had to make a choice between a cheap food item and deodorant. Guess which one out? The fucking deodorant. I have to work.
Mm.
Big girl panties. Adult choices. Yep. Personally, I mean, unless you just want to pay for the luxury of not having to worry about it for a couple of years, tires, let's just say, I just think it's obnoxious what tires are priced at now. And they get away with it because people have to have them. Just like they used to charge exorbitant fees to shoe horses. Still do, but when it was people's mode of transportation, there were times when the horses had shoes and the people didn't because it was necessity.
I think the last time I changed out my tires, I believe for 4 new tires was right about $1,500, something like that. And I think I showed the price because I used some of the money that I made off of the kick off the panel and that stuff. I ended up using some of that. I think it was like $500 or something like that. And I like being transparent. I like people knowing, hey, look, I know this is the kick off the panel game money and stuff. And every once in a while, somebody will donate, like just to donate. But like, little things like that when I can't like afford something, it's just like, I guess my way of showing my gratitude. Like, I didn't have the money for this and you guys helped me out. So, just want to say thank you.
Yeah. I mean, nobody expects anything. Or normal people don't expect anything. But, I mean, we're honored when we get it.
It's me. Jesus.
All right.
Who else did you give the link to that's named Sancho?
I know.
AC was being drier than Lady Di, so I wanted to come up and help you. How are you, buddy?
AC was working.
Well,
and
I'm
just
doing
got
stuff
home.
in the backstage.
I don't see you backstage.
No. I'm doing something backstage. I'm helping out Liz. Well, I'm setting up Liz on my account so she can have a little more features. Elbow room. Yes.
We're lounging right now.
That's right. I rebranded the channel, Sancho.
I heard it. I was just listening and I wanted to hop on and find out what your inspiration for rebranding was.
It's just time for new starts. I mean, new job, potentially a new apartment, new life, new channel name.
Are there going to be topics and are there things that you want to talk about that you haven't yet on your channel?
Well, I know people were curious about the title and what I meant by the 4 packs of smokes. Some people know what I mean by it, but my husband, as you know, is a smoker. I never could get him to let it go. He smoked up until the month before he passed with a fucking aneurysm stent in his chest.
Maybe I
Stubborn,
shouldn't be smoking a cigar
stubborn
listening to
man.
this.
Stubborn man. However, there are 4 packs of smokes sitting up there on top of my entertainment center. And they're just sitting there. And I pass by them daily. And I know the day will come that I throw them away. And when I do, I will cry bitter, bitter tears.
That's sort of like AC. He still has a bottle of kratom still from Asmar that he refuses to
Oh
throw
my
away.
God. Oh, Lord.
You like that, huh? Sorry. I just try to lighten the mood up a little.
I know. I
He
know.
wasn't paying attention.
It's
I am
just
paying attention. Fuck you.
the past week or so has been it's for a while there, I've been so focused on trying to survive day by day that it was almost like I was running from it, you know? Running from grieving.
I mean,
But
it's going to be
you
there.
can't run from it
No,
forever. And it's
no
been
matter
kind of
how hard. Yeah, exactly. It's always going
walloping
to be
me the last week or two.
there. Yeah. I mean, acknowledging it's there and battling it and fighting it, and that's key.
Yeah. But the day's going to come. I'm going to throw them away and it's going to be very hard. Kind of like deleting his phone number from my phone. I've already cut the number off, but still haven't deleted it from my phone.
There's no rules, though, Liz. You can have
The
that for as
human
long as you
mind
want.
is a funny, funny thing.
Yeah. But there's no rules. You do you. Like when you're ready to do something, if you ever are, then yeah. But there's no rules on how you handle things. Like, you know what I'm saying?
In the beginning, the flight or fight response is very overwhelming. As it was going down, my first instinct was to run. Sometimes I find myself relaxing into the old me, to the old status quo for a moment, the old mentality. And then something jars me and I remember it's not that anymore. you know?
Now when you say old me, like are we talking about like Cobra Kai old you? Or I mean, what are we talking about here?
No, I'm talking about the married me.
Okay, good. Okay. Whew, okay.
The me that my husband was always 6 feet away from me.
Right. That is an everyday ritual that's broken that takes a while to adjust. It could be 3 months. It could be, I mean, it's all on you. There's no timer in your head. Just be you day by day. Go about things how you like the best you can do.
Right. So I want to welcome everybody that's come to the chat. Hey, Uncun, how are you? Thank you. And we weren't expecting it. I don't know. Let's see. I think I'm going to drop the link in AC's too, because
Yeah, by the way, for anyone who thinks it's gay to watch WrestleMania this weekend, go suck a dick and go fuck yourself. All right? You know who you are that I'm talking to. Fuck you, motherfuckers. I put this wrestling mask on purpose to say fuck you to you, motherfucker. You dick riding motherfuckers who had nobody to talk to last night because everybody, all the cool kids were watching WrestleMania. Fuck you.
Yeah, we probably could have done a little more talking in there, but I was really into the show.
Yeah, we're
I
having
didn't
a
want to
good
interrupt
time.
everyone. It was a good show. Definitely not what I
yeah, once I
expected from the
realized
show,
y'all were
but
watching, I took a powder because I didn't want to watch. It's not for me.
Yeah, but you didn't complain like
and I
others
get
did.
it.
Others complained, why aren't you talking? Why aren't you talking to me? I'm bored. Go fuck yourself. It's WrestleMania weekend. It's WrestleMania 40 of all things. Fuck you. Go read a book. Steph?
You're not going to scroll the N word, especially not with a hard R.
I didn't do that. I didn't say the hard R, did I? What? Oh, chat? Okay. Whew. I thought I got it. Okay.
So let's see. I dropped the link in the shit show server if anybody wants to come up. And those of you that are mods, if you want to, you can message me or any of my mods. Oh. Let's see. So, what did y'all discuss on Jamie's last night?
I was just listening to his new like Dick Rider 151 co-host and him. I mean, they're like the newest couple. They're like the newest like couple, like them two.
Everything's gay to you, Sancho.
Have you listened to that panel? Have you? I mean, I wasn't the only one acknowledging it. There was a lot of dick riding going on.
Hey, as long as Jamie's going live at night, it means that when I go to work the next day, that means there will be something to fill up my whole work day. You know?
Yeah, there's 12 hours worth of material. I think you'd be good for a month now, and he just started streaming.
I love Jamie. Jamie's one of my favorite people. He and I see things a lot alike.
He's hitting that insomniac niche because there's a lot of insomniacs out there who don't sleep. So I mean, I have a kid. I fucking sleep. I mean, I go to bed early now, but I get up early, and I get
Right.
up at 8 in the morning.
He's
Jamie's
still alive.
alive.
He's still
Yeah,
alive. Right.
it's a win-win.
Right.
Yeah, and that's when I like get up. I have my coffee, and I'm like, oh look, Jamie's on. That's cool.
All right, I got to go back to work here in a minute. I'll be a little late on the WrestleMania tonight.
Okay, I mean, just as long as it's happening, that's all that matters.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to be. That's what I was asking my boss right now. Like, I had plans today, and he was like, "Well, if you can take care of this, and I don't think I'll need you after that." I was like, "All right, well, that'll work." So go take care of what I need to take care of. It shouldn't take more than an hour. I got to be there in an hour, so 3 hours tops. That'll put us right about the time that the night 2 starts.
It's all weekend long, Binks. There were 72,000 people in the fucking stadium last night. We just, you know what? Just give us one weekend a fucking year, you people. Yeah, and I said you people. You know who I'm talking to.
Is that the room Morbid?
I don't know.
Hold on. I guess I can go look. Or I guess I can't. Somebody must have popped them already. I don't see them on the YouTube
Steph
side.
probably got him.
AC, nobody cares about your channel. Yeah.
Not even
I
you
don't
that
care.
much.
I mean, seriously, like, well, is that supposed to make me mad?
I mean, it's like, yeah, it's a bum deal, but you're not going to cry over it. I mean, in the end, it's an unmonetized YouTube channel with 3,000 subscribers. It's, I mean, it ain't shit. None of us are shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh, is that Rapper? I like Rapper, man. He's a good troll. He just he has his moments.
Well,
look, I recognize when people are trolls and they're just trolling. I mean, Andrew's a troll, Rapper's a troll. I mean, everyone's got like freaking Prime's a troll. At the end of the day, like, you know, what in the fuck?
The long story.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that.
Do you know who that is, Liz K? That is like D-Ban.
is it?
Yeah, she was supposed to box Steph this
No.
weekend, and Steph no showed. It's a long story. Yeah, long story.
Dude, that live stream, my God.
I mean, were you sensing a little feelings, man?
D-Ban, honey, you need to get your hormones checked out because I don't know which one of those guys you wanted to suck off more. That's all I have to say
She
about
thinks
D-Ban's
Steph's the
live.
devil. She thinks Steph's the devil, and I kind of agree with her on that.
No, please. Please.
She literally in her completely wasted white girl, the wasted like stupor was like, "You're no good for him. You're no good for him."
I like him and you're ruining him.
She's known him longer, so she's claiming him. I'm telling you, she's claiming him.
That was a little weird.
I know everything. God, she was
I mean, like, was she too overprotective of Bird? Like, I mean, what does the chat think? Like, was she too overprotective of Bird?
Mm-mm. I don't know.
I mean, I'll admit, like, I had no idea that she used to fuck with Mexicans, but you know, she admitted that night. I was just like, wow, that's interesting. And then she flirted with me for like all of 5 seconds until like I poked back and was just being me. I don't know. Every time she calmed down, I riled her back up.
I think the funniest part about it is Brett was backstage for over a half hour waiting to come up. Like, how long are you gonna wait?
Oh man, I was back there too. I was back there for almost an hour.
Brother, I would have went to go watch some porn after 3 minutes of waiting. I got no fucking patience.
I got plenty of patience. I had nothing better to do. I mean, I really wanted to know what was the deal with this whole relationship with Chicky. I was so caught off guard by that.
That's just wow. That Chicky and AC is like, wow. I don't know Chicky that well.
I
Mhm.
thought I knew Chicky well, but this whole stuff, I was surprised to hear this too.
I mean, AC, on the other hand, we know how he likes the white women, but
Yeah, buddy.
yeah, she's ridiculous. Michelle, you've got it. She is ridiculous. Everything about her voice is ridiculous. It's ridiculously loud. She needs to back up off that mic, back up off that sound, whole 9 yards. Holy crap. Hey.
Well, just had to bring it up, didn't you, Sancho?
It's Sancho. Come on now.
D-Band's easy to trigger. Actually, I got a message that said that D-Band and Huck had been talking about my CPS call and AC and Chicky being together for like 2.5 hours. And I messaged AC. I was like, yo, you want to go up on D-Bands with me? I hate you, Sancho. Because whatever, I was calm. I could have had a conversation with her, but I did not. I expected to trigger her and make her spurred, but I did not expect her to lose it like that.
Your mic is popping, by the way.
Is it? Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just her going, I know everything. I'm just like, holy crap.
When she literally knows nothing.
So are there vibes that like D-Band wants to fuck Bird, or am I the only one who just got those?
I think D-Dan would fuck anything.
I mean, I couldn't think which one she wanted to gargle on the most.
Hey, if you
Well,
want to
she
blow
used
my
to come in-
avatar up, let's okay, that'll explain everything.
She used to come into my old voice chat, and it was the opposite of what she said on the panel that night. D-Band, she was shit-faced. She's a flip-flopper. Like, there was one time she went live about Yoda Doug and was telling Yoda that she was going to pay for him to have a lawyer to destroy me in that case. I went up there, and within 5 minutes, she was like, well, fuck Yoda. Yoda's a piece of shit.
She does that
Like-
every other week. She changes her mind
Oh, yeah.
mid-fight. Oh,
Yeah,
wait, fuck that. I
D-Band.
didn't know that. Fuck that.
Right. She literally knows nothing, but she's very emotional when she's been drinking.
Yeah. Not the first D-Band drunk stream, that's for sure.
Oh, and it's true. It won't be last. That's what she does when she drinks. And I would like to point out, a couple of people have vouched for her since then being in the voice chat where she cried. She did cry. I think AC might have even been there.
I was in. Yeah, I was getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
I was there for that.
Yeah. Because I can only tolerate D-Band coming into voice chat and taking it over with her insane conspiracies for so long. And this was like 4 nights in a row, and I just popped. I just snapped. And she ended up crying. And
I remember when I convinced her in VC to go flirt with Brett. That was fucking hilarious. Oh, God. Brett was so uncomfortable.
All right. I've been live for about an hour, so I'm going to put up this banner.
You
If
should
you
blow
enjoy-
my avatar up real quick so you can see what it's all about.
All right. I will do that.
it's kind of funny.
I love that bird.
I like how you did the Lincoln Financial Field, too, you
Yeah,
asshole.
I was trying to make sure you didn't no show, and then you no-showed, and she's got custody of Bird now. I mean,
Dude, are those pink boxing gloves?
yeah, she's ready. Steph pretended to be ready to fight, and then when they came to show up, She was nowhere to be. She was in the shit show Discord. That's where she was. We put her
Right.
on a milk carton because no one knew where she was. Like D-Ben was ready. She put her mouthpiece in and everything.
So I'm going to pause for a little break. Tips are gratefully accepted, and my Cash App is Elizabeth K512. All proceeds will be going to my bills right now. Nothing so fun as weed or anything like that. And if you would like to get a hold of me, you can use my new email address to do so. It is loungingwithlizk@proton.me. And now we're going to show you what you really came to see. I think.
I'm a little nervous right now. I don't know what's about to happen.
Well, where is he?
Uh-oh. Steph's got some balls calling someone a coward after no showing a boxing fight in her own fucking area. I mean, Jesus. Liz, did you quit?
No,
You walked out. I was like, what the fuck's going
I
on here?
didn't walk out. I didn't walk out. I went to go get the prime attraction. Here is the Cuddy Boy. Bye-bye. Aw, he's so good. Bestest boy. Sweetest cat.
All right.
Happy baby. Huh? Tobers. Look at that boy.
Oh yeah. Don't forget the part where Steph points it out. She says, "Oh yeah." Also, Huck ran like a coward. Yeah, that was
She
funny.
clammed up from the moment Steph showed up. She didn't want to talk.
Yeah. The moment she split was the moment that me and Bird said something in the backstage. hey, come through, Bubba. Pull up.
Yeah,
You pulled
no,
up, and that bitch fucking ran the fuck off.
What you gonna do about it? Big cat.
Big Brick, you still a little fucking salty from yesterday?
So STL feels like he is being iced out by proxy. Is that correct? Is like that what he's saying? That like everyone's motivating everyone to ice him out,
Yeah,
and like
pretty
we're all trying
much.
to cancel him by proxy.
Basically, like we're gatekeeping. You know, for me, look, you hang out where you want to hang out. You hang out with who you want to hang out with. Me personally, I rather not deal with someone who has gone after other people's kids, and whether that be him or Paige B, I think they're a tandem. Like he tries to put this whole like, well, I'm not responsible for her, but however, he is in the same household, and you know, if this was like a Chicky like Tonic situation, like they don't, live together, they're boyfriend and girlfriend, but Chicky doesn't sign off on the shit that Tonic does, and Tonic doesn't sign off the shit that Chicky does. I mean, I got no problem with that, but that's not what happens here. I mean, what do you think, Sancho?
I think a good amount of STL's presence has been defending Paige, and I don't know if he signs off on a lot of the shit or not. I think it's your channel, your rules, and if like Liz allows him here, and that's good on her. She can do so. It's up to the person who runs the channel, and if the person who runs the channel doesn't want him,
to be fair,
and even
there's just not a whole lot of people I'm going to block.
Right. And even like I said that yesterday when we were hanging out at Randomly Ash's channel, like me personally, I'd let him in chat. I mean, I'm not going to be the one bopping him. Like there's other people. I have mods that will fucking do that for me.
The only thing I really don't want people doing is doing 24-hour bans.
Yeah, I'm not down with that either.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, unless somebody's being really egregious, and if they're being that egregious, I would just block them. I mean, to me, it's just a way to be an asshole.
I mean, I'd rather put my dick in a meat grinder than talk to STL, but that's from my experience. Let others experience their own experience, right?
No, STL, no, you're not causing trouble right now. That's not the point. The point I was making was that, me personally, I'd rather not be around somebody that did some of the fuck shit that you did. And that's the point I was trying to make. Plain and simple. I mean, and then you tried to argue the facts of the whole thing, trying to say that I was lying, which I wasn't. Which is, I think it's Steph in the back. Is it in the back?
Yeah,
again?
That's her.
Okay. But that's where my argument was, where it's just like y'all did some fuck shit, man. And then you wanted to argue it. So
one day at a time. That's all I can do.
I don't mind Bird. I don't think AC minds Bird. Liz, do you mind Bird?
Most of the time, no.
Nope, don't mind Bird. I don't think Sancho minds Bird either. I think you're outnumbered, Theresa. As all the things you want to point your finger and say about him, you're just as guilty of. So fuck off.
yeah.
Well, I mean, I have the most history with Bird, but I like Teresa as well. So I'm kind of, I form my own opinion on.
Yeah, well, we just call you
everyone know I like Teresa. I've liked Teresa since day one. That's just who I am. Nobody can change my mind. I got big testicles, and I like to grab them every half hour.
You know what? You are more than welcome to. I
just did.
Care less. Yeah.
Right.
That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when Teresa tries to run around and act like she's better than when she's not.
Hold on. she asked, apparently she's pointing something out here. She says she asked AC, but whatever, lady. Yeah, I don't mind Bird. You see, I think Bird is justified in his actions. I mean, his actions are more of a reaction to the fuck shit you fuckers in the UPK have done. Now, I get along with a bunch of people in the UPK. I have no problem with certain people. However, there are a select few that I don't get along with. Now, do I take it out on the people that I, should take it out on, or do I take it out on the people I should take it out on? I think I give back what is given to me.
No, it's funny to me that she even comes in here and asks AC because she's already blamed you for it.
Right.
Like, why are you asking now? You've already blamed him for it. You've already put it on him. You put it on Katie. You put it on anybody that you can. So why are you in here asking?
No. No, Teresa, you didn't dox his children. You didn't do any of that.
No, you doxed mine.
You didn't. Oh, that's right. Yeah. See how I forget some of this shit sometimes, man. See how over the head. You didn't do Bird's kids. You did Steph's.
Not to mention the stuff that you passed along according to Sweet as Sugar. Because according to Sweet in court, it was you that gave the information to Truthfinder because you're the only person that she gave it to.
Sweet's a cunt.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you want to call Sweet a liar, you can. I mean, there's literally a fucking document, a court document that shows what she fucking said.
They keep
Fuck
saying
off
that
with
they're
that
going to give
shit.
the transcripts, but I know how much it costs to give the transcripts, and none of them are going to ever actually do it. It would, number one, destroy their narrative. And then two, I think Bird's the only one that can afford to actually pay for those transcripts. We're still waiting.
Big bank, tank, little bank. Teresa, what do you mean prove a single thing that we you literally have a website that is designated to doxing people.
And you
No.
spammed my kids' names in Andrew's side chat because you were upset with Bird. Like that happened, honey. So while you're running around screaming victim about your kids this or your kids that, you're victimizing other children. So, cry to your fucking self. Nobody here gives a shit. I can promise you that.
I mean, I could spend an
maybe
hour.
Sancho, he needs his brownie points. Maybe Sancho.
Brownie points for what? The fuck do I need brownie points for?
I don't know, but you
I
need
could
them.
spend an hour on both sides. That was wrong. That was wrong. Shame on you. Shame on you. You want me to do that for an hour? I just want to talk about Tober. What the fuck?
Or WrestleMania. WrestleMania would be nice.
I don't think we're lounging now.
I thought this was the pre-show for WrestleMania, but I guess fucking not.
What time does that start?
7. So stay the fuck away from the VC. They're probably 8 now with AC coming in an hour late.
Well, I got to run to work, and then I'll when I get back, I'll start it up. But
Teresa,
I'll probably
you
be
dropped
a little bit.
the same. I'm sorry, AC, but Teresa, you literally dropped the same image that Yoda Doug did. Like, do you want to go there on all of the things that you have done? You're kind of lucky that I haven't followed through on any of that. Gas me up, though. I will.
So how's Tober doing?
Fat and happy.
Like, when you say fat, like, how much does he weigh?
I want to say he probably weighs about 15 pounds.
That's a healthy weight for a cat like Tober's.
Yeah.
I've showed you my Maine Coon, my big Maine Coon. He ain't 50, but he's like 50.
That is a really pretty cat, Sancho.
Big mother. I have 4 Maine Coons.
4
big cats.
Yeah, like one of them doesn't have like the Maine Coonish hair, but the other 3 do. Yeah. Or Cats and a Baby. That's my new reality show, and a dog.
I couldn't do that much hair. It's a lot of hair.
Yeah, I'm a hairy dude, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, just about everything is done online these days, Hassel. I've already had a friend of mine help me with my resume and help me polish it up, and we're good to go. I already have one interview scheduled this week, and I'm in contact with somebody right now to nail down another time for another company.
What do you think? I got fake Maine Coons? What are you doing, Michelle? What the fuck? Of course I got real Maine Coons.
Fake Maine
I went to the flea market and got fake Maine Coons? What the fuck?
That's funny. Come on now.
Like a fake Rolex. Like, oh yeah, they're fake Maine. They are Maine Boons. That's what they are. They're like the bootleg version of Maine Coons. Of course I got real Maine Coons.
I just have a cat. Oh,
Yeah, I don't even know what kind of cats my cats are. They're just cats.
believe me, Hassel, I'm going to be interviewing companies quite keenly. It's one thing when you go to work for one company that's a smaller company, and then right after you get there, they're in the midst of this big corporate merger, and the entire culture changes, and it sucks.
Show it, do it, do it, do it. Teresa, you're honestly you're old news. You just get made fun of everywhere you go now. So just let it go. It's okay. We've already shown it and proved it. It's exhausting at this point. You said you got work today, AC?
Yeah.
On a Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
He's got to be an altar boy somewhere.
The best thing about insurance companies being closed on Sundays. Well, well, well.
Teresa, are you really going to deny spamming my daughter's name in Andrew's side chat? Is that where we're at now? You're just going to blatantly deny it?
Show it, Steph! Show it! Prove it! Liar! You fucking liar!
She's the biggest no youer when you have her on panel too. You're like, Teresa,
Mm-hmm.
you suck. She's like, no, you suck. Oh, you got me.
I love it how her favorite word to use is "You're a loser, you loser, you fucking loser."
You're a loser and you're okay with birds. You're okay with
Oh
birds.
man.
Well, if you weren't deserving of such things, I probably would say something about it. But no, I'm just
I
going to
rem-
sit back and keep my mouth shut.
I
I remember a time where like Teresa and Bird got along great, and then you came around. D-Ban was right.
It was not me. I remember 10th Man going, I need to speak the truth. I need a minute to speak the truth. And then destroying Teresa to the point where she dropped off panel. Do you remember that? Because he finally told her how he really felt about her. And then that was a wrap. That wasn't me. I mean, I'd love to take credit for it, but no, that was not me.
Blame the gay guy. Works all the time for you, Steph.
Except it happened. Except it actually happened. I was
wow.
on that panel. I have that panel. I have it clipped too.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for a copy of that.
There's a lot of people waiting for copies off my hard drive, AC. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm not everyone else, fucker.
This
He
is
wants
true.
preferential
This is
treatment.
true. No, it just takes a lot of time of sitting down at my computer, which I don't have that much time to do anymore.
Who has time for all that?
You should have
Oh, I
Andrew.
used to.
Like Andrew says that he's gonna go through stuff, and it's been 3 years. He's got so much
Yeah.
stuff to go through. He just doesn't even start it. So
Right.
Oh,
No, I can
it's in the
absolutely relate
garage.
to that now.
It's in a box in the garage. Yeah, it's out in the garage somewhere.
It's in hard
I'd
drive
have
number
to go
2, and
look
I don't
for
even
it.
know where that one is.
I got that, but I'd have to go look for it.
I tried to ask him one day, can I just buy your hard drives off of you? I'll go through it.
Now
There's so
that's
much
a
good
scary
shit
thought.
there. I fucking know it.
That is scary.
you would definitely turn homosexual after what you see on those fucking hard drives.
Oh, come on. Look, we've already seen Andrew in a dress. We've seen him in high heels.
There's a lot
come
more
on.
to see him in, believe me.
Oh, no.
In a very tight dress.
Yeah, it was tight. Sancho, it's not like your fucking your butthole's gonna fucking show up on that damn hard drive. Like, that's more of a recent thing.
Revenge porn's illegal in Massachusetts. Thank you very much.
I mean, most of us have
I'm
seen
in Texas,
far
bitch.
more of Andrew than we bargained. I mean,
That's
remember shirtless Andrew streams?
Ding 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 ding. Right, Manda.
Didn't show my asshole. Nor did I show Jamie my dick. Everyone's running around. I've showed my asshole. I've showed my dick. I haven't done any of those things. And there's witnesses to prove. I was on a backstage. I was literally on a panel. I didn't show my asshole.
Thank God.
Thank God is right.
Nobody needs to see that. Just nobody.
I don't even see it myself, so I agree with you.
I think Sancho is looking for an excuse to turn gay.
No.
Sounds about
I'm
right.
just comfortable in my bones where I can joke around about stuff.
Sancho's a sensitive soul.
I have an NDA that's gonna get released in a month where I can talk about my time in the ponies. I can't wait for that.
Whoa.
NDA?
Shouldn't you be able to talk about it now? I mean, look.
No, it's in a month. My NDA is over in a month. Boy, it's a lot of trouble.
No. Here's what I'm saying. Look, you may have signed that, but the ponies are no more.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they're no more. They're not a fucking group anymore.
I keep getting cease and desist letters from those cunts, so I don't think so. I think they're definitely around still. But the only thing that'll break the ponies up is a tube of Monistat cream.
Yeah, hate's such a strong word. I actually have to agree with that. Brett Killerman, I think.
Look, is there something
Hey,
you
you're
want
gonna dox me again, you
I've heard the
cocksucking
rumors
faggot?
about your identity, and I don't know what you have to do with me.
Why is
Hey,
he
I
even in
really
here?
like Buds is responding. I was wondering that too. Docs the living shit out of me one day. I was wondering that too, but it's not my channel. Can you highlight Bubs' latest comment, please? Thank you.
Dang, Bubs.
AC was enjoying it.
He isn't what anymore? Well,
All right, my phone's at 5%. I will see everybody at like the WrestleMania viewing party. And if you don't want to go in, keep your fucking smart ass comments to yourself, judging us wrestling fans, because it's still real to us. Damn it.
right. Fucking wrestling. Whatever.
Bite me.
It's just not my thing.
No, I get it. It's not for everyone. I grew up on this stuff, so. Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, just because someone says they don't hate you doesn't make them your friend.
I can be cordial with people. I don't have to be their friend.
Right?
I tried to do that with Teresa a long time ago. I got to be your friend, but I can be cordial.
Hey,
up,
Heidi,
Finn?
how are you? Welcome to the chat. Yep, I sure did. I noped the fuck out. All of y'all were quiet, and then I noticed y'all were watching wrestling, and I was like, nope.
Do you have an intro for your channel or no?
I do not.
Mm-mm-mm.
I told you I wanted one.
I'm gonna have to work on one then. I'll make something simple for now, and then we'll upgrade later.
My birthday's next month. It could be a present.
Can work on that. Teresa, I had already told you. I got some bad information where people were saying you were running your fucking mouth about me. I apologized about it. And then even after that, you still went after me. So, I mean, once again, I tried to be nice to you. Fuck off now. I don't have to be nice to you now. And how many times, Teresa, how many times have you heard me on panel go, well, I even now, I still have to give Teresa her roses because Teresa, by the way, Steph's in the backstage, that Teresa is one of the main reasons why Earl was fucking exposed. I've given you that. I will continue to give you that.
Excuse me, I know that Teresa's not pointing out that someone didn't do research about Earl before they went and audited with them.
Right.
I know she wouldn't be a raging hypocrite like that, right?
No.
I mean,
Why would she?
Did Earl tell you that he had slept with a 16-year-old and you believed him? Before you went auditing with him? Because he told Teresa that, and she believed him. So I know you're not coming in here trying to use Earl against fucking AC right now.
I'll be right back.
And what's even better is I think she's trying to actually trigger someone. But these are all just redundant, overused arguments that we've all been through with fucking Teresa. Nobody cares anymore. Be a victim, Teresa. Spam chats and keep crying. What do you have planned for today, Liz? Anything good?
No, just same old. Just I was bored. I thought I would go live. I think it beats trying to. I'd probably fall asleep if I didn't go live.
Well, I have just left the grocery store. Where I bought.
Yeah, I hate the grocery store.
Yeah, it's not the best place, but the kids want hamburgers tonight. So I just bought food with the money I don't have to feed children that I, also apparently don't have. And they wanted to grill.
Hamburgers sound really good.
You what?
I said hamburgers sound good.
Yeah. I thought
I'm about
so
to cook
too.
some
I'm gonna do
fajitas.
homemade French fries too, actually. Never made homemade French fries before, but we're gonna try it today. I got a cool recipe. It looks like it might work. I was gonna do sweet potato fries, but I'm the only one that likes sweet potatoes. Out of me and the kiddos, so I don't think they'd appreciate it much. It's hot here,
For an
though.
extra $8 a month, I can add on more keys to my StreamYard.
Nice. Come back, AC, and tell us why you hung out with Earl. Teresa, tell us why you traveled the country auditing with Earl and you were his girlfriend.
Yeah,
And
that
also,
makes sense.
I mean, according to some of your auditor friends, slept with him when you stayed at their houses. You wanna explain to us that? Or even better yet, why haven't you taken that video down that's still on Earl's channel that if anybody would like to go review, News Now Houston is the name of the channel, and it's a video called Teresa R. Go check it out. There's a lot of interesting things said in that video, and she's always threatening to take down channels because they talk about such things, and yet she can't get this one taken down.
Here, let me hear this again.
Yeah. Just came and talked to me. Did he? Okay. They, are you with the guy over there? Yeah, they know that we're together. This guy I said, man, I got to go find my girlfriend. He said, she's right behind you in the yellow hat.
That's interesting.
And she's got the nerve to ask you about anything to do with this motherfucker.
Right.
Don't worry about
As
yourself.
I've stated over and over again, I didn't go by something that Earl said. I went off of the way you reacted, the way your body language is. Anytime Earl's mentioned or brought up, you act like a scorned ex-girlfriend. I've never gone off anything that he's ever fucking said about a relationship with you and her. I've never gone off of that. I've always gone off of you.
We have the clip of him calling her his girlfriend, and she just giggles and smiles. Yeah, we have that too. When they're in DC auditing together.
Well, no, that's what I just played. Listen.
Are you with the guy over there? Yeah, they know that we're together. This guy I said, man, I got to go find my girlfriend. He said, she's right behind you in the yellow hat. Secret Service guy.
Guess who had on the yellow hat?
Really? Yellow hat? Oh, you were wearing a yellow hat in that video. But hey, once again, Teresa, as I've stated many times, at least I didn't fuck him.
Not just that, but Teresa spent 10 times the amount of time with Earl than you did. She spent 10 times the amount of time with him and never knew, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
but she expects that you were supposed to hear her breakdown after he dumped her and she decided to finally expose him. She expects that you should have known about that before you ever associated with them. Well, okay, newsflash, Teresa. Not everybody gives a fuck about what you say or even knows. Like, it's ridiculous. I wouldn't even bring up her association with Earl ever if she wasn't always trying to shove it down your throat. What did he tell you, AC? What did he tell you?
You got to go
You know,
over
I
and
was
over
in the
again.
Masshole voice chat when News Now Houston came in there and said, because Teresa was running around claiming that you went out to lunch together,
Mm-hmm.
that you stayed in the same hotel together. I was in that voice chat when he said, no, that's not true. AC and I haven't spoke since the day that, I think he said since the day that you had gotten arrested with your auditing stuff. You guys hadn't spoke since then. So you got any proof that they went to lunch together? You got any proof that they stayed in the same hotel together? Any kind of proof about that? Or do you have proof what News Now Houston said to AC? Or is it just all lies while you run around pointing the finger at everyone else, calling them liars? God, it's, again, this is overplayed, redundant shit. Teresa, go away. Just go be old somewhere. Go make some more potato soup that no one's going to eat because, you know, ew. Okay, I'm pulling back in the house. Thanks for having me up, Liz. You guys have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you later. Teresa, you fucking suck. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, chat.
Teresa, you're a scorned ex-girlfriend. I never fucked Earl. You did. You can sit here and try to spin it however you want to. You're the one who comes off angry and mad. He didn't want me. He didn't want my AIDS. Whatever. That has nothing to do with me. Nothing. You can continue to try to spin it however you want to. It's reason. At the end of the day, it's plain and simple. Scorned ex-girlfriend is mad and tries to put it on everyone else. Yeah. Teresa, I've never denied that. I shared a lawyer with him. Sure. A lawyer that was set up by PayPal Patty of all people. I got the information from PayPal Patty for the fucking lawyer. Because that was the lawyer that he was going to use. But once again, Teresa, I own up to my shit. You can't even admit that you fucked him. I mean, we don't have to, Taco, but, you know. That's always
Okay.
Teresa, how would I know that? How would I fucking know that? He's a fucking lawyer. The dude's probably represented thousands of people that are actual criminals. I got arrested for pedestrian in the roadway. I spent $500 on the fucking lawyer. The ticket itself was $200. I could have paid the ticket and just been done. But why did I fucking do that? Why did I pay for a lawyer? Because I was innocent and I was going to prove my innocence. I did everything I could to say, hey, let's go to court.
You're not wrong, Pat.
Yeah, that's true. Teresa, you should take your own advice and do your research. You know, that research you did when you said that, what was it again? That we took a plea deal? I know, Oppo. Man, I'm such a criminal. I got arrested for pedestrian in the roadway. And every one of these fuckers made up a story about how I put flashlights into not just people's windows, kids' windows. That I was literally walking up to kids' windows with candy in my pocket. But yet they have never shown any video of me doing so. Would you imagine that? Teresa, what did he tell you? Oh, did he tell you before or after y'all two fucked? I thought it was funny, Alex. Alex O'Knight says, Attica. I was trying to be funny. If I was going to go to jail, I might as well be funny, right? Teresa, you're lying. You say, I did the research. You did take a plea, 90 days probation for the charges to be dropped. That's a deal. That's not a deal. That's not even what fucking happened. Show where the deal was done. Show where that document is fucking made. Show where it's worded that way. Once again. Yes, Liz.
When you went out to audit with Earl or
Sure.
Cop Watch or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Did you know he was a sex offender?
No. The way that I've always given the story to everyone was when I went up on Dying to Live's panel, I was given the information then. And I would even give credit. Teresa was one of the people that gave me the fucking information. So was Andrew. So was Bones. So was a bunch of people, which is one of the reasons why I respect a bunch of these people. I was given the information. I actually read the information as Teresa told me to do so. Teresa, you told me to read it. I read it. I really knew who the fuck he was after I read all that shit. You think I want to go after reading something like that? I want to go out with that guy? No, I cut my fucking ties. And this is the shit that fucking Teresa tries to get people like to not believe. When Teresa was there. It's funny because of all the people, Sancho, Bird, Andrew, all of them were there for this shit. All of them that were there going, hey, read the fucking documents. Read the information. Of all the people that were there, Teresa's the only one going, you're a liar. Teresa, you sent me to the website for your fucking for your fan shit. You told me to pull the case up there. I pulled some of the documents from there. I did exactly what you told me to do. In fact, if I remember correctly, I was wearing glasses at the time, which made it possible for you to see my screen. And you go, oh yeah, AC, that's the one. Pull that one up. Teresa, you can continue to spin this however you want to, but you're the only one that was there for all of this. Out of the entire group of people that was there for this, that is telling a different story. I mean, you just hate me that much, Teresa? No, you do have to spin this. I mean, even after we played the audio of Earl saying that he didn't have me at his house, that he didn't take me to lunch, that we didn't hang out.
I know I hit him. Oh, I did hit him. So I took him with me. Thanks. Jack.
You know, Teresa, I think that's funny you said that. He's such a good liar. You would know that, right? Right? Oh, you mean when I got out of jail and was like, "Hey, let's go eat"? That's what you're talking about?
Look at what happened with the whole Steve 6.8 stuff. There were people that were hanging out in the community, not in real life, but in the community with Steve 6.8 and taking his money. And they didn't know. They didn't bother to Google search him.
Sometimes you just accidentally walk in.
Michelle, the motive here is she gets blamed for going out with Earl. She gets blamed for hanging out with the sex offender. And she has to try to push that on other people as well. So I've admitted my shit. I've admitted that I've went out and recorded with them. I have no problem living up to, the shit that I've done. I fucked up. I didn't do my due diligence. I sure as hell didn't fucking vet the guy. Teresa, you bring it up every time.
And I'm going to say, no, you weren't supposed to, Teresa. God, I would feel weird about Google searching the people around here. Ha ha.
AC offered to buy Earl and Patrick lunch way after he knew about Earl.
Oppositional effect. So I've been around a few years, not as long as Teresa or Alex 09 or even Taco, but I've been around a few years. And from what I've heard old timers like Desert Sentinel say, Earl, especially before, he stood trial, before he was caught up to, was very charismatic and people really liked him. He was, they described him as being very likable. And that was the Earl that he wanted all of you to know. Would you say that's true, AC?
I'm sorry, I was not paying attention.
Well, oppositional fact said, sounds like you both didn't know this Earl guy good. And I was just pointing out, that I've been around a few years, not as long as Teresa or Alex 09, but around long enough to hear the stories. And one of the things that I always heard from Desert Sentinel was that Earl was charismatic and likable. And that was the Earl he wanted you to know. And would you say that's so?
Yes, he's a very charming person. He's the type of He's the type of person that would easily be a car salesman and sell a, ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves.
A ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves. Yeah, see, and when I saw him, I generally thought he was rather oily, but that might have been colored by what I already knew. Exactly. By the time I got here, Teresa had already done the legwork, had already exposed him, and he did, and still does. Even incarcerated, there are still people that are convinced that he's innocent, and that's not a sentiment I hold, but because I think he's guilty as fuck.
I've had conversations with other people that have gone out with Earl. And when they tell me that they were given the information, like they didn't believe it at first. They didn't want to believe it at first. There's a lot of people that don't want to believe it at first. I'm sure Teresa didn't want to believe it at first. But when they were given the information and they really start digging into who he is and his past and his brother's past and shit like that, because there's more to that fucking family than just Earl. When you start looking into all of this shit, that's the moment you realize that this isn't someone you want to be around. And it's funny because like those stories are very similar to mine. Once you get the information and you read it and you really know who the fuck he is, you feel disgusted that you're even around this person. Yeah, I know he sued you there, Teresa. Yeah, that was given to me by Peanut. Yeah, I didn't know anything about that until I talked to Peanut about it. Once again, Teresa, you can continue to say that I use Earl's words against you. I don't use Earl's words. I use your own body language, your own words against you. The way that you act, the way that you are the way that you go about dealing with Earl completely. And I'll say it over and over again. You come out as a or you make it seem as if you are a scorned ex-girlfriend. I'm not going off of his words. I'm going off of your actions.
That's exactly how I heard it told, Alex, from Desert Sentinel.
Mm-hmm.
He was once known as the godfather of auditing. Did he tell you any story or any explanation or anything?
Honestly, I don't even remember us talking about it. I've really put like any conversation that me and him really had, I try to like put it out of my fucking mind because I can't get past the fact that the court documents state what he signed off on. I can't put past I got kids. I can't put past what he did to his kids. So
You're referring to the original records going back to the 80s, aren't you, Teresa? When I first got here, people were passing out those around like candy, those records that Teresa got.
Here it comes.
Yeah, when I first got here, the records were so easily accessible. It was because the only reason they were was because Teresa had done the legwork and went to all the trouble to get them because they were very old records. As a matter of fact, if I recall, some of those records are handwritten. It's been a very long while since I've looked at them.
hey, hold on, look. This is what she says. She goes, when I first told the story, I took a lot of heat from people like AC who believe Earl's lies. Once again, I'm not going off of Earl's lies. I'm not even going off of what he said. I'm going off something completely different. But you see how she continues to push the narrative that I'm going off of Earl, like I'm spewing the shit that he's spewing, like out of his mouth. I'm not. They still tell people I am a suspect in a fire, etc. Actually, I don't. I'm not going to condemn the person who does believe that you. I mean, look, those are his beliefs. Those don't have to be mine. I don't know enough of that situation, and I sure as hell am not going to go read up on it. I don't want to know about it. And actually, Teresa, if you're going to bring up the AIDS shit, tell people I spread AIDS. Teresa, you literally did a live where you talked about having AIDS. You brought that up. You admitted in that video that you guys were fucking around. Well, you were fucking around. That's not my fault. At the end of the day, I mean, adults can be responsible and wrap it up, right? If you end up with an STD or something worse, that's on you. I mean, Teresa, you didn't know you had it until you got tested for it. And when you got tested for it, that's when you found out. So who's to say how many people you fucked before that? I mean, you were sleeping around. Your words, not mine.
Oh shit! I just clicked on a random link on Discord. Whose panel is this?
Hey, Prime.
Prime.
I clicked on a random link that someone posted on Discord. Whose panel is this? I'm scared. I don't know. I
It's
need my
mine,
mommy.
Prime.
I need my mommy.
Prime.
Mommy. Where am I right now?
Bye, Prime.
Bye. Why are you saying bye? Who is this? Who are you people?
Or saying.
Whose panel is it? Is that AC? AC. Where am I right now? Whose
Prime.
panel?
What are you doing?
I
What are you
clicked on a
doing?
random link that someone posted
Oh
on
my God.
on Discord, and I don't know where I am right now. I'm scared. I need my mommy.
You know, I'm supposed to be at work.
Well, go do that. Wait. AC, since you're here.
Oh,
So
Jesus Christ.
you're Mexican.
What?
So you're Mexican. So you do iPhone repairs, right? So I have this
Oh
iPhone.
God. Prime.
What?
Not every Mexican does. Oh my God. Hold on. First things first. That's more of an Asian thing, okay? I'm not Asian. Asians fuck with electronic. Oh God, Jesus Christ, this kid. Prime, everyone. Prime. Come and knock on my door. Hey, I almost got well, I keep trying to get back to it, but I guess I'll finish your StreamYard later. You're gonna have to add in all your photos and stuff from the
Right.
one you're using now. Let me she's gonna be mad, but she'll
Hold up.
understand.
Just a second.
All right. Check your emails here in a little while. I guess after the show's done. And
All right. Teresa, I have sent you an email. I'm not putting the link in chat right now because of Truth Finder.
oh, she wants a link. Of course she wants a link.
There's only so much I'm gonna put up with, though. I mean, if it gets, I mean,
I know.
I don't want to host that kind of shit show. Sorry, I see.
No, I get it.
Hosting the shit show's not for everybody.
I don't know. I just did it.
No, I agree with that.
Well, crap. That email came back. That's not an email. That's not an active email anymore, Teresa. I tried to send you a link.
I got after it. Somebody wants me.
Let's see. Maybe this is a good email. Let's try this one.
Here we go.
AC, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm here.
Now, okay, I told AC up front that I'm not hosting his type of shit show. Just up front.
Okay, so you're going to keep him from doing the usual things
Yes,
that he does?
yes, that's what I
Okay.
was doing. I was warning him.
Okay, well, I wanted to ask AC one more time to tell us the story that Earl told you was the reason he was a sex offender.
I already said, I mean, Liz literally asked the same question you asked, and I've already fucking said it.
You don't have to be ugly to me.
Who says I'm being ugly? I mean, I just told you straight out.
Okay, all right.
I mean, maybe you should take it down a notch there, Teresa. Like, not everybody is
I'm not
ready to like pounce on.
You're the one that's up a notch.
You can turn it down a notch. Yes, you can, because you're pretty amped up right now. No, it's not about talking lower. It's about turning it down a notch.
Okay,
you're ready to
turn
cut
it down,
throat.
then, buddy. Turn it down, buddy. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, just quit looking at
You
my throat like that.
You don't want to talk about what I want to talk about, do you? We'll talk about what you want to talk about then.
What do I want to talk about? I don't really care to talk.
You were saying that I made a video where I said that I fucked Earl and I spread AIDS, and that's a lie. So I came up with
those are not my exact words. Those are not my exact words.
That is what you said, or what you alluded to. It's what I understood. So
it's what I alluded to.
Maybe I misunderstood. Did I misunderstand him, Liz? Maybe you heard something different. I mean, because that's what he said.
Well, you have a video that you made where you admitted to having AIDS. You know, that thing that you kept you kept trying to strike people. And then you admitted that you were whoring yourself around. So there's that.
Whoa. I have never said any such thing.
Well, not in those words.
Okay, what words did I say?
Well, I mean, we could play the video. I mean, but then again, every time we play a video.
I would love to see it. I would love to see that. Why don't you play it? You made the allegations, Liz. He made allegations that I sleep around with people and that I've said that on your show. We're not going to do this like the shit show, right? But he doesn't have any evidence whatsoever of what he's saying.
Let's stick to the facts.
Okay, well, let's do that then.
No, I'm talking to AC. I'm talking to AC.
That's the problem with these pieces of garbage, is that you try to stick to the facts and you try to be a reasonable person with them, and then they just make up crazy fucking lies about you. Lies that were started by a sex offender that this piece of shit is still buddies with. And he'll lie to you all day long and say that's not true, but it is.
Am I buddies? Can you show proof that I'm buddies with Earl?
That's right.
I've been waiting for this. You keep saying this. You have said that I'm buddies with him. You guys have said that I've gone to visit him in jail. You've said a lot of things that you've never backed up, Teresa.
I have a video on my channel of you
really
offering to buy lunch for Earl and Patrick after your court date. People have seen that. It's on my channel. Anybody that wants to watch it can. I have other videos where you're with Earl out looking into cars with flashlights. I have those videos too on my channel, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you don't like me, AC, because I am one of the people here that can tell people that you did know he was a sex offender, and that when I told you, you told me that I had his cock in my mouth. Remember? That's what you said to me.
Are you still mad about that?
He was a sex offender, and you went out with him, but now you and your retarded friends want to say that about me all day long. Like I was supposed to know when I found out about it 2 years before you ever went out with him. And when I tried to tell you,
Mm-hmm.
you already knew who I was because he had told you who I was, right, sir? He had told you
Once
exactly
again.
who I was and exactly what I would say, sir. That's why you told me I had his cock in my mouth, because that's his fucking lie. That's
Really?
Earl's
I
lie.
mean-
That's a lie from Earl that you spread and continue to spread to this day.
Once again, I
you
never
piece of
got
shit.
that from Earl. Never got that from Earl.
Oh,
Never
okay,
got it
okay.
from him.
You're a liar.
Yeah.
You're a liar, sir.
Yeah. Oh,
You're a
yeah,
liar.
yeah. I'm a liar. Okay.
When
Yeah,
I
I'm a
tried to
liar.
tell you, when I tried to tell you, you
Right.
said I had Earl's cock in my mouth. And you made suggestions that I was fucking Earl. He told you what I would say because you knew he was a sex offender. He gave you a story just like he gave everybody else, sir. And he
Okay.
gave you the
Yeah.
same story about me, sir. The same lies that you spread to this day.
Right. Right. The same lies. Right. Okay.
The same lies, sir. That
Once
you
again, I
spread
continue to
this
say
day,
this over and
sir.
over. And this to
Cock
this
in
day,
my
you will
mouth,
not fucking
remember?
believe me.
Spreading
I go
AIDS,
over and over
murdering
again
my
that you,
children.
by your
Right,
actions,
right,
is
you
what I
piece
go
of
off
shit.
of.
You
I go
trashy
off of your actions and the
motherfucker.
way that you act. You act like a scorned fucking woman, so
Think
that's the way I
whatever
treat
the
you.
fuck
I
you
treat
want,
you
buddy,
like the
but
sworn
that
ex-girlfriend.
doesn't change the
That's
fact
right. You
that you
act like
knew.
one, so I treat you like
knew.
one.
He gave you a story,
I knew what?
motherfucker.
I
He
knew what? I
told
knew
you,
what?
and he told you I would be coming around to tell you the truth. So he told you a bunch of lies about me that you continue to spread to this day, you piece of garbage.
No, that's no.
Yes.
No.
Oh,
No.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Why would you say
Okay.
that? Why would you say I had his
Why
cock in
would
my
I
mouth?
say to
Why would you say
because
that? Because
because
you knew. Because he told you
because
I would
it's what I
come to
believe you did.
and that I would tell you that he was a rapist, right? That
Oh,
he
here we
told
go.
you, oh, she's scorned and bitter. You still repeat that. All of that came straight out of that sex offender's mouth. All of it. And you still run with it to this day, even though I tried to help you. I tried to help you. And even though I
Really?
told you he was a sex offender and you told me that I had his cock in my mouth, you still went out with him shining flashlights in cars, you trashy motherfucker. And then gonna sit up there and talk about me.
Right.
That's right.
That it?
That's right.
That's it. That's it.
Tell me then, sir. Why don't you answer
It's
me?
not
then,
right.
Sir, you
None of it's
why
right.
don't you answer
Teresa,
me? Sir,
none of it's
answer
right.
Me. Why
Because
would you
none of
say
it's
that?
right.
Why
Teresa,
would you say
none of it's right.
got
You
his
keep
cock in your
spewing
mouth?
the same
Why
fucking
would you
narrative.
say that?
Yes,
Where
I said
did
it.
you get
I definitely.
scorned and bitter? Where does that come from? That's the
I
story.
get that.
That's the story I want to hear.
Do you want to know?
What's the story Earl told you? I know what the story is. He told you
Would you let me tell?
bitter,
Okay, you're not gonna let me talk.
And I would come around with his records, sir, and they would he told you they would be fake. And you still
Give it to
run
me.
with that bullshit.
Give it to me.
To
What
this
else you got?
goddamn day. To this goddamn day. You're a piece of shit, motherfucker. You are a piece
Yes,
of
I'm a
fucking
piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm not gonna deny that one. That one's good. What else you got?
You can't. You are garbage. You're a trashy motherfucker.
Yes,
you spread around lies from a registered sex offender
well, I
who
mean,
is spending the rest of his goddamn life
I sure
in
as hell
jail.
don't spread
And when
AIDS,
I
so there's
tried
that.
to tell
No.
you, when I tried to tell you, oh yeah, okay, when I tried to tell you who he was, you came back at me with his lies because he told you the same fucking bullshit story he told everybody else. Why is he a sex offender, AC? What did he tell you? You piece of shit.
Wow. Wow.
She's gone.
She sounds a little mad.
Let you leave.
And that's the only
Sounds
reason
a
I
little
let you
bad.
up, Bird, was because she already left. I didn't. That was not going to make things better.
No, I mean
No, it
honestly, honestly, I think that maybe me and her need to have a normal conversation. Like, you want to try it out, Teresa? You want to have a normal conversation about it? We can talk it out. You know, maybe it's time.
Maybe it's time to like change the vibration because you seem pretty agitated.
Well, I'm entertained by it at least, so there's that. Look, at the end of the day, I continue to say this. I'm not going off of what Earl said. Okay, I'm not going off of anything that he's ever fucking said. I go off of what the way she acts and the way she talks, the way that she reacts to things. I'm going off of that. And me saying the comment of maybe Earl, you should take Earl's cock out of your mouth or some, I don't even remember what the exact line was, because I don't believe that was the exact line. But when I said that, it was meant to just be derogatory, not knowing that you actually had Earl's cock in your mouth. So I mean, to me, it's just me being me. But hey, I mean, if you want to go ahead.
I'm curious. Like, is she trying to say now that the Sweet was lying in court? Is that where she's at with it now?
Well, that's part of what she was screaming about in the chat.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't heard her like verbally say any of that, So, I mean, I guess to some degree, Teresa, like
she's asking for people to show the transcripts that say that Sweet said that.
Nice. Well, Teresa, order them, Teresa. I have my copy. I've already shared with you what she said based on the transcripts that I have. And again, it'll be just like when I show the transcripts of you being a witness at one time, right? You'll just claim that they're not true, and then try to have names altered out of it and shit like that in the process. I mean, you guys are on some weird shit, dude. So, however the fuck you want to proceed, lady. But this is what I know. Like, that's the way it went down. That definitely happened. And if you're trying to say that you didn't do that, and or that she didn't give you that document, and you weren't the one that received that document, then just come out and say it. You know what I mean? I mean, if that's the case, then I would say that I'd probably even owe you an apology for the way that you feel about some of the content that I've ran lately. And I'm not beyond coming to position to where I can accept accountability for that. I mean, I don't think I'm denying that it happened, nor am I denying my reasoning for why it happened. But if you're trying to claim that reason is based on someone's lies, then I'm fully willing to hear it, and we can come to a reasonable conclusion. I mean, or we can just stay bitter for the rest of our lives. I mean, it is what it is. I got to say that, given some of that information that I've taken in, I do have an upcoming interview with your daughter's ex-boyfriend, who you still accuse to this day. And I haven't aired any of my conversations with him, and I haven't yet done the interview, but I assure you that I'm getting to it soon. I'd rather not go that direction. I mean, I don't even really want to talk about you, to be honest. You know what I mean? I got enough of my own fucking problems. Right. I got enough. Like I do enough to me on my own to where I really don't need your additional irritation per se. So I don't know. Like we can continue down this road. Everybody can continue to war and beef it out and get all up in each other's business. I mean, that's what's going on, right? That's how we've been handling it. And you guys know the deal. Like, everybody knows my fucking business. I give a fuck. You know what I mean? But it is funny. They are creating new narratives. Like, I heard that there's all kinds of things now on my rap sheet that I've never been convicted of that suddenly been convicted of, which is kind of interesting. But I did get one right. I mean, I did have an assault on a police officer. That is a real thing that has been newly discovered here on the open web. Like, whatever, it happened. I was young. Whoop that trick. Caught a charge for it too. That was the plea down, just so you guys know.
Oh, but here, look, see, let me show you another thing here. And this is part of Teresa's narrative. AC, you said you were going to buy Earl lunch.
No,
hey,
no, you didn't. No, time out. You didn't even go to lunch with them when you guys went to court. You did have to show up to the same court date because you guys were part of the same case. But you avoided that motherfucker at all costs and told him that you had no respect for him that day. And I remember that clearly because we Discorded shortly as that was occurring. So, right. I mean, people can make up their narratives. I mean, just like we could drill fucking Therese all day, like Steph was, about the fact that, she has DMs out there prior to going and auditing with him or having this supposed relationship with him or any of that. that she was fully aware that he had sex with a 16-year-old as a full-grown adult. So, I mean, however it's cut and sliced, man, like we all have shit that we have to fucking fess up to and take accountability for. You know, lying about it or running from it ain't gonna do nobody any good. And quite frankly, man, like it kind of sickens me a little bit that I feel a lot of the time, and I'm not regarding you, Liz, or UAC when I say this, but uh, the majority of people don't take accountability for fuck all what they do. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
Right.
sometimes I'm the only one that's just like, yeah, this is the way it fucking is. Get over it, right? And the reason why is because again, I don't care of your opinions. I'm not going to sit there and fucking hide about it. You know, just like I've been accused of doing all these things behind the scenes. Like, no, everything I've done, and you can ask anyone that knows me, has been done very publicly on all my real accounts. Like, I don't make fake accounts of your fucking people and whatever else. I've made jokes about doing stuff like that in the past, but I've never actually done it. So, point your finger at me all you want. Say whatever you want about me. Again, I'll even agree with half of your narratives just to be a dick. Um, but you know, are we just going to continue down the same path? Really, really, we're going to go through the same cycle of fucking abuse and relapse over and over and over again. I mean, like, do I just need to sum it up and get back to fucking putting fucking memories of your fucking past fucking legacy on, you know, the griddle or something? I mean, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You know, like why do we want to continue to go down this road? And I've tried to give people an alternative. I've tried to give people an opportunity to walk away and just, you know, never mind me. Some people are catching on. I mean, you don't see a whole lot out of We the People no more, right? You also don't see me giving them a whole lot of shit either. Imagine that. So I don't know, man. I'm on some people need to learn how to mind their business. People need to know how to fucking, you know, quit fucking with people's families, and then, you know, they wouldn't have to worry about the same shit happening to them. People wouldn't have to worry about, you know, negative commentary and, you know, taking the fucking brunt of shit if they weren't actively participating or, you know, at least again being accused of, you know, because again, you know, I have to take Swedish Sugar's testimony and word for it, right? Right. But she did say it in front of a
Right.
judge. She said it in front of a judge. It's evidence. It's documented. It's public record. So again, Teresa's really good at, you know, pulling up public record. Again, I think someone made the point earlier that it seems like I'm the only one that's afforded to pay for any of these transcripts. And as you guys all know, I host all of them, every single court case, all of them. Right, right, yeah. So, ante up, motherfuckers. Get on my level.
The
I'm
only
sick
reason I
about
knew was because people told me.
knew what.
I was referring to this comment. Earl was the biggest auditor around at the time, and everyone knew about his conviction. For AC to say that he didn't know is total BS.
No, nope.
The only reason I knew about him was because somebody told me.
Again, Theresa mentioned it to AC at that time when all that occurred. I was actually still getting along with Theresa. There was no big blow up from the UPKC server blown up or any of that shit, right? And I think we had recently done stuff on Mouse there on Sancho's. And I guarantee I was one of the people that was in fucking AC's ear about Earl. And you know what AC's response was, where's the fucking proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? Where's the proof? I don't, I'm like, you're making all these accusations. This is all new to me. Where's the proof? And then a lot of us, and I think he even mentioned Bones, man. I remember me and Bones sitting down and then fucking pulling up everything we possibly could. And Bones, I remember specifically arguing, AC's a dad. Like, how come he'll fucking hang out with this dude, you know, or doesn't fucking know that this dude has all this going on? And I'm like, I mean, here's the thing: we don't all know shit about each other. Same reason I didn't ream D-Band's ass about her not knowing about them calling CPS on staff, or, you know, making death threats to my family, you know, with, you know, injectable, you know,
God,
AIDS
you
through the
don't
mail.
know. And the thing is 2 years have now passed. We're a lot tighter knit, and we know a whole lot more about each other.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of people do,
It's
but a lot of people don't, Liz. A lot of people still are just completely fucking ignorant to it. You know, and that's sad. But, you know, at the same time, that like this is why we see reruns so often, right? We repeat the same conversations and the same fucking, points that have been made dozens of times. Honestly, I'm tired of talking about Theresa's AIDS. Right. Like, but at the same time, she can't even admit that her original diagnosis was AIDS, right? Until the proof's thrown into her face. And then she can't deny it. The same way, she'll claim that she wasn't a witness in one of those cases. And I pulled the transcripts that shows that she was there as a witness in the fucking WebEx. And then she went as far as having the transcribers remove her name from it and then try to, re-upload it from her end. Claiming that my transcripts weren't authentic or something when it came from the same place, right? Same exact company provided mine that provided hers. So when you get down to it, man, like the level of deception and bullshit, dude, some of you are playing, dude, to try to save face is futile. Because the evidence is already out. Like the truth is already there for those that truly seek it. And I mean, like, take it in for what the fuck it is. But if you don't want a fucking problem with someone like me, best thing to do is just leave me the fuck alone. Let me shit talk whatever I want to shit talk. And if you come up in that shit talk, just let it go by your fucking brain. Don't let it bother you. And chances are, if you don't take notice of what I said about you and then fucking try to do some crazy shit in response, you're not going to hear a whole lot more of it.
Also, the fact that it is now frowned upon to put auditor records in servers.
Yeah, dude. I mean, think about the fucking, like, the fact that originally when it all broke out, GD was the first one to get his hands on my information, which then got passed around in Discords, wound up in the Polycrispy Discord, and from there, someone like Corrosive, who claims that he was just trying to stick up for me by posting my record to show that I wasn't a career criminal nor a real criminal. In fact, a trespass was nothing, and my criminal history was damn near fucking, whatever, right? Misdemeanors.
Can I pop in the middle for just a second?
Please, yeah.
So, and look, this is what I was alluding to when I said that Teresa pretty much outed herself for being a whore.
For the most part, I'm pretty healthy. A lot of people ask me, and some of the frequently asked questions is, how were you infected? And I
don't, right? Like, this is the thing. I'm not necessarily like passing out olive branches right now, basically. You know what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is I'm not trying to fucking instigate more of what's happening, right? Like, here's the thing. Like, people have already done whatever they could have possibly done to me a long time ago, right? And the effects of that, are still lasting today. And in the truth, I've already come to terms and I've accepted with, where my life's at, and I'm cool with where I'm at. I think unfortunately for a lot of other people, they're not, right? And they don't want to have to go through the same experiences that some of us have gone through to figure it out for themselves. Again, like, you want to get away from it, you want to heal from it, maybe this is your opportunity. So again, Teresa, take the link. Let's hash it out. Like, it's all good. But let's not just run around running campaigns and bitching and complaining and crying and then try to play the victim when motherfuckers got their hands in sewage. In fucking sewage, right? Like, the furthest thing from clean hands. Like, doesn't give you a role to play the victim.
And this is part of what Steph was saying when she was up here, because here you have Teresa trying to throw me under the bus, say I knew this and I knew that and I did this and I did that, but yet she did everything else first.
Well, here's the thing, though. Like, you didn't know everything, and the truth is that she did, based on the evidence that's out there. And so the fuck what? We're gonna point fingers and then avoid the three pointing back at ourselves. Is that what we're all doing now? As above, so below.
As well as I do, Bird. Like, if I fuck something up, I admit to it. I have no problem admitting to my shit. And this is the part that I seem not to get. Like, I seem not to understand when it comes to Teresa.
Like, I think when she says, "I went out with
girl."
Yeah, that's one of the bonding features I have with you, AC. Right? Like, I think it's why we've been on that level. Right. I think this to some degree that there is a select few people that own their shit regardless of the consequences, right? And this is the thing. Just because you own it doesn't mean that there's not consequences still.
Right.
You know, and I can spit fucking truth and knowledge to you guys like I have been since I fucking got up here. But the truth of the matter is that half of you are gonna fucking be like, oh, this is manipulation. The other half you're gonna be like, oh, this is fucking bullshit and fucking whatever. I mean, you're just gonna fucking disregard it and go ahead, because this is the thing. The truth of the matter is everybody that's trying to force somebody else out the fucking box doesn't really realize that you're not changing anybody. The only thing that you can change is you. These are facts. And the sooner you figure that the fuck out, dude, the sooner you're going to be okay with, you know, people doing weird shit like defaming you, you know?
This is what I was trying to say in my last stream. Maybe it's time to not talk about people's sexual indiscretions and their consequences. Maybe it's time not to talk about fires or things like that. Maybe it's time to talk about why you're really mad. Because I guarantee you, Bird, you're not mad that Teresa has
No,
that disease.
I've always been completely transparent about what makes me mad, right? And that's when someone, in order to upset me, starts to attack my children or my family. And point blank period, like every time that happens, you guys get a response that you disapprove of, that you bitch and gripe about, and that leaves everybody with bird brain at the end of the day. Like, how many fucking streams do you fucking click on and someone's bitching about me? I'm done playing with you fucks. And obviously you haven't figured that out, right? I'm on some, you want to play with me, I play with you right back. And then you bitch about it, and you cry and you complain. But again, as AC pointed out, I've done these things in response. I haven't done these things as a offensive measure, right? These are all counter punches. And the sooner that you can, you know, understand and accept that, the sooner that you'll realize that you are the reason why you're suffering, or, you know, feeling like people are fucking pointing out things that, you know, traumatize you emotionally, psychologically, and so on. You know, I'm just a dude that's really good at pointing out the fucking truth that hurts. Is a forte of mine. You know what I mean? Honestly, dude, like I'm on a different level than most of y'all even think I am right now. Like, and it's good. It's good. Like, you have no fucking knowledge, and I've made it that way. But at the same time, you know, you can continue to do your worst. But I've told you 1,000 times, like, you do your worst, because you know I will, you know, give you mine. And that's a sad fact. You know, it's a sad feature. It's a lot easier for us just to agree to disagree and move along to get along. I mean, that's fair, right?
Sometimes I think it's wiser to let things drop and save your breath for the big battles.
You got to realize, Liz, to some degree it's cause and effect, but it's also a state of, you know, where people's lines are. Like I told you what my line was, right? And those are the big battles, right? Someone crosses those lines, that's when shit initiates. That's when shit starts getting bad, and people, like I said, they start complaining. But again, like, man, like, how many times I have to fucking try to explain it to people to help them understand, like, it's a cycle of fucking relapse that transpires here. And the same arguments, the same fucking bad feelings, and they only intensify each fucking go around, continue to happen over and over again. Like, that's insanity, thinking that you're going to do the same shit and expect a different result, right? Some of us understand this and are okay with, you know, the position we hold. So I make jokes about how, you know, I'm here to, you know, keep you trapped in the little hell cells that you're trapped in. But not everybody feels that way about me. Why is that? Well, because some people don't do weird shit. Some people are good people. And those people, you know, ultimately see a different side of me. You know, I don't think that me and Teresa are going to get along as long as she continues to see the bad side of me. And I don't think that I'm going to continue to get along with her if I see the bad side of her. Everybody has their pros and cons, man. You know what I mean? But only you can choose to elevate the way you fucking think about shit. Only you can fucking break that cycle of fucking relapse and find a different way of going about it than you do. You know what I mean? And for Theresa, I think she can't let go of things, right? Like that's a lot of problem. And Liz, you're just talking on that, right? Is that sometimes you just gotta let it go. You gotta move on. But the truth is that some people are just incapable because they're trapped in these mental hells. They're trapped in that way of thinking. And as soon as, their life even begins to progress a little bit, they cycle back to that negative shit. And then it starts all over again. And it only takes one person out of a group to fucking do it to trigger fucking 5 more people to do the same shit. This is where the predictive programming comes in. It's, again, quit trying to change the fucking world and force your fucking morals and will on other people, because everybody learns at a different rate. Everybody fucking, forgives at a different time. Everybody, is triggered by something at a different moment than others. But again, it's all chain reaction. And if you start looking at it from that bird's eye view, you too can become a little more desensitized to, the influences around you and become comfortable with, what and who you are. And once you do that and you let go of those egos, you let go of that fucking pride, then you can evolve into becoming something better than what you are. Because let's face it, like 90% of you motherfuckers, even watching this chat right now, have serious life improvements that need to happen. And it's not going to happen by sitting here griping about what you griped about last year.
See, it's kind of what I was saying earlier, is that opportunities don't ever come knocking on your door. Nobody ever hands them to you. You have to go looking for them.
What do you know about Hermeticism?
Not much.
So Hermes Augustus, very intelligent, very, very, very intelligent individual, talks about some of the psychological factors in a conversation with the sun that bind us to a mental prison, right? Some of it's like regret, some of it ranges everywhere from, greed, lust, envy of others, and so forth. A lot of like the 7 deadly sins, along with a lot of other things, treachery, and the things is that as you focus on those things, you train your mind to focus on those things. And what they call that is pretty much the output, right? Like it's your aura, your fucking vibration that you push out. It's either a positive, negative, or somewhere in between. And the sooner you start learning that those negative thoughts don't control you or dictate the way that you respond, the sooner you will realize that you can step out of that and replace them with positive thoughts that, I think increase your vibration to a different state. And based on that, according to the Hermeticism, right, is that vibration that you put out is the same thing that you kind of get back, right? It's a mirror. In fact, I think if anyone would understand this, it would be Shiva with the projective plane, right? Like what we are and how we view things and what we project, is a base of our environments, but also a way that we think about everything in our environments. And based on the way that we think dictates what ultimately we attract back. Yeah, I'm no expert in the field, but I got to see some of the theories and some of the meditation practices I think are actually very positive in nature and could influence people to become better people. Same way that people see Christianity or anything else.
Well, I've been live over 2.5 hours. I generally don't do that.
This might be the most normal conversation you've ever had with me, Wes.
Maybe.
I'm not going to be making a habit of this, by the way. I'm just, I don't have the energy to fight with people the last week, man. My body kind of broke down, dude. I got a little sick, and
I
I'm not
heard
happy.
you were feeling a little under the weather.
It's been pretty brutal. It's been pretty brutal, but it's kind of interesting because my power went out yesterday, like right around 10:30 at night after going out a couple other times throughout the day. And I just took some time, man, sat down, did some like deep meditation, started thinking about some shit. And I've kind of come to some conclusions, man, that like a lot of this shit just ain't worth it, man. I mean, and the fact of worth is that it's not worth my energy and my time, right? Because the thing is, like, people like Theresa, I hate to use you for that example, but I don't think that she's gonna change, right? Like her energies, you know, in with her environment, which is, you know, pushing closer and closer to death based on, you know, her illnesses from lifestyle choices and the rest of that, and losses, and you know, just like you, Liz, have had recent losses, and I actually have a recent loss that's in the making as we speak. You know, my kid's great grandmother. So as all these things are transpiring, you know, like everybody's got to like deal with things the way that they can deal with them the best. But those things also have influences on people's attitudes, opinions on, you know, certain things. And then, of course, if, you know, those memories, you know, things that we cherish, you know, are targeted in the process, it's going to come with some type of psychological response. Um, my thought is, again, you know, is that, you know, it's better just to, you know, let some shit go. Just let it go. Let it be out your mind. Free yourself from it.
I swear to God, the sock accounts are a show within themselves.
Oh yeah, what do we got? I don't know what's up with that. Like, this is pretty cool. This is pretty cool. I don't know where all that came from, but I see a lot of it.
Yeah. Like I said, the sock accounts, the side chat is sometimes a show within a show.
Mm-hmm.
Cool is real cool.
But yeah, I mean, to some degree, AC, like, you kind of understand why I'm on some, like, don't be too hard on the old lady, because like her experiences with me, right, or even you, right, are not the same experiences that she has with someone like Navin or Shiva, right? Like, they don't have the same disconnect, discord, or, you know, experiences of pointing out each other's flaws and, you know, fuck shit. And so because of that, she's not going to respond to you or I the same way she's going to respond to those people, right? And unfortunately, that leads us to experience her irrational side, right? Like her emotional state, where others don't necessarily have that experience, and so they have a different opinion of her than we do. Um, uh, Again, man, I think to some degree, like, we're all way too harsh on each other. Like, he without sin cast the stone, right? Like, there's a lot of people in here, dude, that have some serious shit that's wrong with them, and it doesn't mean it's not going to disgust you, right? Like, I mean, dude, like, I just listening to Huckleberry fucking speak for 5 minutes, you'll find something disgusting enough to fucking make you go cringe. But somewhere down there, you know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a little bit of good somewhere, you know what I mean? Like, even though she didn't fucking raise her kids, you know, and maybe there was a desire to down there or something. I mean, look for small things, right? Don't set the bar so high.
Well,
It's a positive note to leave off on, Liz. You know, like, I'm gonna hop off.
All
But
right, Bird.
I appreciate you letting me up to speak my piece, and like, hopefully it wasn't too offensive to anybody. But you know, yeah, the world's your oyster, people. You know, just remember, the vibration you're fucking kicking out to the rest of the world is typically the vibration you're getting back, and that's a rough truth. All right, I'm out.
Like a bird.
Response.
Well, I think that's a wrap.
Okay.
I just, like I said, I think if you're mad at somebody, I think you should focus on what you're mad about. Bringing something up that has nothing to do with you and has nothing to do with why you're upset. It doesn't solve anything. I mean, to this day, Rebel, he seems to think that people were mad because he was getting donations, but that wasn't why people were mad. And Beach, we can absolutely still make fun of Connie. He's never going to change. And I appreciate the well wishes. Keep your fingers crossed. Things happen for a reason. The only thing that I can say is that it's easier to go look for a job when you have a job. So that's always good. So I wanted to thank everybody for coming up. Do you have anything to add, AC, before I signed off?
I mean, if there's going to be any peace around here, I got no problem having a cordial conversation. But when you get defensive and start attacking, it makes no. I mean, all it's going to make me do is fucking take shots back. And I mean, I'm not going to lie. I'm not in the same place Bird is. So I mean, you heard me laughing while she's sitting there trying to fucking, yeah. I mean, all you're going to do is make me laugh more.
Well,
especially when you're lying about shit. Like, I'm sorry. That's been my pet peeve this entire time. People fucking lying about shit. I cannot stand a fucking liar. The fact that you don't know the fucking facts about shit. It just, I'm giving my opinion about shit.
see, this is the kind of thing they think that somebody who is hiding under an account, who doesn't have the nerve to identify themselves and be responsible for their words, affects me one iota. When you will not be responsible for your words and say what you have to say under your name, you do not signify with me.
voice reminds me of Juice of Metal.
Always making an entrance, aren't you? So, just a second. Chicky's sending me something. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Chicky's hard at work.
What'd she send you?
I'll show you. I'm going to put it up. No, I think it's adorable. Okay. Look at this. Oh, that's so cute. Look at Dobers. That is so cute. Look at that cat. That's prime cat right there. I love it, Chicky. Thank you. I wanted to thank everybody for coming by my live stream today and listening to me ramble about personal crap and sticking with me as we got to some other stuff. And sometimes I come into this with a plan and then midstream things kind of shift and I'm thinking, what am I doing? Why am I talking about this? And I realized when I was talking at the beginning of my live stream that some of it is still just too painful to dredge up just yet. It's still just too painful to talk about. I'm going to try not to go almost 3 weeks without another live stream. Again, my new email address for those of you who would like to get in touch with me is loungingwithlizk@proton.me. And if you'd like to show your appreciation, my Cash App link is on my About page. And thank you all for coming by tonight. It got a little uncomfortable over there for a while, but it kind of settled down and was a good note to end on. I think it's important to kind of stick to why you're mad and not dredge up other stuff. And I know that the urge is hard to do that. It really is. Sometimes I feel like it myself. Sometimes I just want to fling something personal at somebody that, pisses me off instead of, talking about what I'm really upset about. It's easier to confront that than it is to confront the truth. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a great evening. Thanks.